and welcome back to the Tabletop Tavern. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Jenny. I will be your DM now and forever and for always, so get used to it. This is part 2 of our Campaign 1 finale, our Season 3 finale, but also our Campaign 1 finale. I'm going to allow my beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous players to introduce themselves, starting with the fabulous, the red-lipped, the potentially evil Victoria Shaz.
Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria, and I play Lione LaBelle.
Hi, I'm Pippin, and I play Ariadne and Kailte.
Hi, I'm Doe, or Doedir, and I play Gris Littlefoot.
All right, and for those of you who weren't here last week, or maybe have forgotten what we got up to here on the Tabletop Tavern, I will let you know. Last episode, the party gathered in the human capital city of Elias to get ready for Lione LaBelle's wedding. There they encountered some familiar faces in the form of the lovely Maxilla Osteoclast and the ever beautiful Bee Bofkin. They both shared their congratulations and for Bee, their heartbreak at Leone's happy news of being married, and they all spent the day together. It was very lovely, very wonderful. The party then traveled to the site of the ceremony on the Lover's Leap Cliffs of Zelaria, outside of the human capital of Elias. There, they witnessed the ceremony binding Lione and Marius for life. However, before Veldithus could finish his officiation of the ceremony, a familiar face appeared in the crowd, and it was followed by another 2 wedding crashers. Leone's father, Elias, and Bee's mother, Corruption, crashed the ceremony, and Elias cast some kind of spell. When last we left off, you had all been sort of sucked away from your regular plane of existence, correct?
Yes.
All right, and are you guys ready for our second to last session?
I'm so ready.
Yes and no.
Yeah, Doe, you already feeling a little weepy?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to cry.
Okay, all right, wow. The world goes black. Oxygen is sucked from your lungs as you fade from one plane and rematerialize on another. Lione, Gris, Ari, you are all rematerialize on the dream plane. Much of your surroundings look exactly the same. You stand on the cliff top, surrounded by the chairs once occupied by Lione and Marius's friends and family, and casual acquaintances. But these chairs now stand empty. The air is hazy with the mist that permeates this plane. It swirls lazily around your ankles, obscuring the windswept grass of the hilltop. The sky above you, moments ago streaked with the colors of the setting sun, is now midnight blue and starless. The only light around you emanates from the ocean below the cliffs, which shines silverly blue, lighting you all from below in such a way that you almost look ghostly. Lione and her father stand facing each other, one framed by the archway, the other still mid-aisle, grinning with pointed teeth. Both elves' eyes glow red in the dim light, fixed on each other's faces. Corruption, quite a ways behind Elias, leaning lazily on the back of one of the chairs, looks a little bored with all this drama.
Lione hasn't spoken to her father yet. She hasn't said anything. He kind of rolled up and had a little situation. And she looks at him, and she kind of wants to perceive how he looks, but also says, couldn't have waited until after. I said I do, at least.
What kind of father would I be if I missed my little girl's wedding?
Just as much of a father as you were your entire life.
Gris crosses her arm and says the same type of father that crashes her daughter's wedding.
Exactly. Thank you, Gris.
Halfling, be quiet. He makes a gesture, and you can feel your mouth, kind of lock up.
What does he look like?
Elias looks, in many ways, The same as when you last saw him. His hair is still streaked with gray, but now his eyes, where they should be white, they are golden. His irises are a brilliant shade of crimson red, and his pupils are slitted like that of a cat. His teeth are pointed, as they were in the waking world, and as he sort of moves a little bit closer to you, you can see that his arms are covered in red scales. From his back, you can see just the pointed tips of claws emerging from behind him, as if he has clawed wings folded against his back. And on his head sits a black, pointed, jagged obsidian crown.
I assume if Lione had wings, she'd be able to feel them. Can she feel
Are you
wings?
asking if Lione looks any different?
Well, I can't see myself right now. It's not like I'm going to pull a mirror out of my bag of holding. 1 second, Dad. Hey, like she's got an ego, but not that much of an ego, So like, I'm trying to perceive how much I can perceive in this moment.
Gris, your friend Lione has changed considerably upon her entrance to the Dream Realm.
Mm.
Her arms are covered in similar red scales, beginning at her shoulders and ending at her fingertips. Her fingernails resemble more claws than actual fingers. Her eyes look identical to her father's. And as she opens her mouth to speak, you notice that her teeth, too, are sharp and pointed. Pressed to her back, you can see the tattered remains of wings. And atop her head sits a thin obsidian diadem.
Right after Lione kind of watches her dad shut Gris's mouth and says, "What is this about? Is it finally time for you to tell me all the things I was supposed to be waiting for?"
Are you asking me what I want?
I'm asking you why you're here.
Well, firstly, I am here to congratulate you.
On
It is,
what?
after all, your wedding day.
Didn't get to finish it.
Oh, I know. But I'm also here to bring you a gift.
Of what?
Why, my dear, the only thing you really want.
Lione doesn't say anything to that.
Whatever you've got, I doubt it's on the registry.
Oh, my dear wood elf. I assure you this isn't the sort of thing you can register for.
Gris is just grumbling and grunting. I'm assuming she still can't speak.
You can roll a wisdom save if you want.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Lione looks to her father and says, "How do you know Valdethus?"
Well, that's a silly question.
How is it a silly question? You've not told me anything about your life that would have required your presence in mine.
Oh, I've been here for months, Lione. You're the one who doesn't want to talk to me.
You haven't told me anything, though.
Want to know how I know Valdethus?
Yes.
How does any man know his oldest friend?
I rolled a 20 plus 8. Can I talk?
Yeah, you can talk, babe.
Gris is like, your oldest friend? Absolutely not. There's no way.
Well, we were friends. For
Yeah,
many
we were.
years.
Study together? Childhood friends? How?
Valdethus is always the one who needed to study. You and I, Lione, we get our powers from other sources. We met as children. In Freylin, back before it was really Freylin. And, well, we got along for many years, and then I found that he was too cautious, afraid of making any real progress in the world of magic. He, Lione, was scared of power, unlike you.
Or you.
Well, oh, as they say, my dear, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Now, do you want to hear about your gift or not?
Sure.
Why, Lione, as I was saying, I brought you what you want, most of all.
What?
Chance at unfettered power. It's tempting, isn't it? Once you get a taste, it's hard to let go of.
You bring me a gift? Because I'd like to see you dead. On a platter, preferably. And not here.
Oh,
Maybe
my
elsewhere.
dear, only one of us has a body small enough to fit on a platter, and I assure you it's not me.
Gris like grits her fists and she's like, when I'm a bear, it's too big for a platter. And she just kind of like whispers it under her breath.
How would I get this gift from you?
Well, Lione, I guess that would require me to give you the only other thing you really want. As your friend said, you would rather see me dead on a platter than a member of your life or your family.
Why do you think I want that?
Lione, I understand that you've been studying the gods, religion, whatnot, correct?
Yes.
And are you familiar with the concept of overgods, Lione?
I am.
Ah, well then that's good. And I suppose your friends are as well?
Lione looks to them and says, I don't know.
We are. We fixed that particular problem.
Oh, you think you fixed that particular problem.
Well, if we haven't, then we will.
Will you, Miss Littlefoot?
Yeah, we will.
Oh, well then, that will be interesting to watch, because by my count, no one of you stands equal to me. The overgods, as you know, rule all those gods lesser than them. So, let's say that one man has the power of 6 gods. Surely he is stronger than any one person with, say, 3.
How
Yes.
lucky for us we're not alone then.
Oh, Ariadne, do you really plan on depending on your friends? You know, Lione, I never took you to be such a good liar. And you can lie to your friends. And you can lie to your lover. He sort of gestures off into the air. And I suppose you can even lie to yourself, but you can't fool me, Leon.
Lie? And Gris turns to Lione. Please
I'm
tell
not
me
trying
it's
to fool anyone.
There you
But
go
is-
again with the lying to yourself. Leon, I know who you are. You're not just my daughter. You are... What's the word our kind has for me again? And he kind of looks at Ariadne.
I'll look between him and Lione, and then back at him. She's a betrayer, just like you. If you think this is news, it's not.
Lione looks at Ari and says, I haven't betrayed anyone yet.
Yet is the word that we're
I know,
focusing
yeah,
on
I'm
here.
That's the
looking at
operative
him.
word. And you all think I have.
He
Well, then
continues to
don't-
look at Ariadne. They haven't broken eye contact, and he goes, yes. That's it. Thank you. How are you enjoying those woods, by the way? A lot smaller than they used to be, don't you think?
They don't have to be big. They just have to matter.
I suppose everyone convinces themselves of their own heroics, their own way. All I am saying, and he kind of snaps his attention back to Lione. You have a choice, Lione. You either take the gift I'm offering you, one way or another, or you allow me to be the overgod.
Absolutely not.
Are you sure, my dear? I plan to make the world a better place.
You know what? Maybe I could be the overgod.
Just like you made the world a better place last time? Not again.
I don't see you complaining about your cushy home that once held an elven family of your mother.
What you did nearly had me killed before I even knew who you were.
Well, dear, life's unfair, isn't it, Ariadne?
Why do you ask questions you know the answer to?
It's called proving a point, dear. Something smart people do when they care about something. What I
well, this
care
isn't
about-
debate class, okay?
You're funny. It's too
No,
bad
I'm
humor.
tired.
Well, as they say, you can sleep when you're dead. Lione, you're sure about the choice that you're making.
Yes.
All right, then. If I'm going to reshape the world with fire, I suppose it's only best if I start with all of you. I'm going to need you to all roll initiative.
Dang it, I was about to ask if I could start slowly scooting towards Ariadne.
As if Leona's gonna let her dad have the gods inside of her.
Whoa.
Get fucked, bestie. Get
19.
fucked, my guy.
Alright, so I'm gonna, Ari, you got a 19?
Mm-hmm.
24?
Initiative? You got a 24 on initiative?
Yeah.
What's your plus to
Oh wait, no,
initiative?
sorry. 17 plus 2. 19.
I was like, do you have like a plus
I was
12
looking
to
at my
initiative?
I was
What
looking
is
at my
happening?
saving throws. That's my
God.
bad. That's my bad, besties.
Leon, what'd you get?
16.
Alright, okay. And then I need to roll for this bitch.
And you said I don't need to roll for Twig, right?
No, Twig
we'll go
will
at the same
go
time as
on
you.
your turn. Alright, so the order is going to be, ooh, you guys, you rolled well, and that's great, but I'm so sorry. Ari, what's your dex modifier? Is it +5?
Yeah.
Alright, so you're gonna go before Gris, because you both got 19s. Alright, so, I guess I should launch Roll20, huh?
Maybe.
As he sort of finishes this line and opens his hand, you can see a flickering ball of flame emerge.
Mhm.
However, before he gets the opportunity to cast, a voice behind you all, Ariadne, almost directly behind you by about 30 feet, purrs.
Mhm.
Now, Elias. You're not going to have all the fun without me, are you? And Ariadne. Let's see. Let me look at the distances here. So sorry, I meant to launch Roll20 on this computer and it's just not loading.
Okay. I can also read them to you if you'd like, Jenny, while you work on that.
No, it's okay. Alright, let's see. This is 40 feet. Alright, so Ariadne, as you hear a voice say that,
Mhm.
you can hear the owner of the voice approach you from behind. And purr, well now, dear, you're looking a lot better now that you represent an opportunity to home wreck. As Corruption purrs this, Elias goes ahead and attacks. He is going to... Where are you guys on the map from him? Alright, he's going to cast... I'm gonna just go right off the bat here. He is going to cast a... He's going to cast this glowing sphere of light right in between
No.
Ari and Lione.
Or Gris.
It lands in between... I'm sorry, Gris and Lione. It lands in between you and begins to glow with this fiery, dancing flame.
But
Nothing happens immediately, no.
Hmm.
It is very warm, however, and you can feel the heat on your skin, Gris.
Okay. Gris looks to Lione and then looks at the flaming ball, and she's like, any ideas?
Lione is like, no.
Can we kick it? Well, you can touch fire. Aren't you resistant to fire? Could you
Resistant?
throw it into the water? Just real quick.
Let me just kick it, because I've
just
played
punch
sports
it.
before.
Oh my goodness, you probably kicked someone before.
I'm in a wedding dress, Gris.
It's kind of torn now. I'm not sure if you're aware.
I wasn't. Thank you.
It's just there's a matter of the, but whatever.
All right, guys. It is now Ariadne's turn.
Okay. We're gonna go. I think it's too far. So hearing that voice, I think I'm going to just flip all the way around to face corruption. Give me a second. And do we have our weapons?
You do have your weapons.
Okay, just making sure. I didn't want to
Yes. Your dream forms resemble your dream forms look the same as they did the last time you were in the dream realm. So Ariadne, you have the giant wound on the front of your body.
And
however, you are wearing your wedding ring.
Good. I'm glad. Good detail. I like it. Then I'll go ahead and in a fluid motion, unsheath my sword, my unbeliever's blessed short sword, and thrust at corruption.
All right, you are going to thrust at corruption. Can you roll for that?
Yeah.
Thrusting at corruption.
She probably likes that.
Yeah, she thinks that's
Honestly.
sexy.
That is 15.
That does not hit. So you take your sword off your back and you go to hit her.
Mm-hmm.
As you do, she steps aside easily, winks at you, and a wave of flame engulfs you.
Ooh. Okay.
Can I have you roll a dex saving throw,
That's
please?
a reaction if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. Give me a moment. Dex save, right?
Yes.
Even with a plus 10, that's a nat 1.
No! You crit failed that?
I did. I do have evasion, but still.
Okay, so you have evasion, which halves the damage, correct?
Yeah.
So instead of doubling the damage, it's just gonna be...
regular damage.
You take
Just
35
normal
fire
damage.
damage.
Oh my
Cool.
god.
Jinx, I hate it.
This wave of flame engulfs you, singeing your hair, burning your skin. You can feel it begin to blister in the heat.
Mm-hmm.
And as it recedes, you look down and you see that although your form has not changed, you can feel incredible pain, as if you've been burned in the material plane instead of this one.
Just a cheeky extra little heat metal in there.
Right. Do you have anything else?
Yes.
Yeah.
Having that, probably still being taken aback by it, but still, I guess, like relying on some kind of intake and whatever the momentum was, and from that, just not even knowing what to do. I'll try and elbow her, with flurry of blows, because I can take that now. So I'll get two unarmed strikes if Chrome will let me do a thing.
Chrome really said slow your roll.
Yeah, so literally, because it's just going frames.
Yeah.
The first one is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, that's a 10.
For damage?
Yes, and
Okay.
then 19 plus 10, 29 to hit.
That hits, yes.
Very good. And 6 plus 7, 13 damage.
All right, Ariadne.
Very good.
on.
Let me check, but I don't think there's anything else for me to do. There is actually. I'm gonna back away. Like, I'm gonna go diagonally like 10 feet.
All right.
That, like, I'm a little bit farther.
All right, that sounds great.
And that's auto disengage from Flurry of Blows, so do not hit me.
I was like, yeah, I know I don't have an opportunity attack there. Gris, it's your turn.
Okay, question.
Answer.
Could I use either Grasping Vine or Thorn Whip to smack the fireball towards the water?
You can try.
Will you allow it? Okay, cool. So first,
What spell are you using?
I'm going to use Grasping Vine because I want to do it as a bonus action. So first...
Roll an Arcana check before you do this.
Oh,
I'm going to let you use a free action to do an Arcana check.
Hey, bestie.
You could do a Nature check if that's a higher modifier.
I would rather do nature, yes, please.
I just saw the roll.
Okay, 16. 16.
Gris, you know that plants catch on fire when they touch fire.
It's a magic plant, and it's filled with water. It can make me smack.
It's a magic fire.
Yeah.
Everything's magic. Okay, so wait, was
My
that
fists aren't magic, but they do count as magical attacks.
Was that my action?
No, that was a free action.
Bless.
So a free action doesn't consume your actions.
Okay, so then instead of that, Gris is going to... yeah, okay, this is weird. I haven't used this yet. Gris is going to cast Earth Tremor, but she's going to focus it at her feet and, like, basically make a small pillar that, like, lifts her from the ground. Unfortunately, I do believe that Lione may have to take a saving throw.
It's not going to lift me too, is it?
I believe it's a...
No, because it doesn't impact you at all. It's only a 10-foot radius.
Thank God.
So it'll just lift Gris into the air. The only thing that would have to take a saving throw would be the fireball, which is just an inanimate object.
However... Yes, okay, you're good. You're good.
So she's going to cast that and lift herself up into the air. She wants kind of a vantage point and a little bit of a step away from everybody
Gris
else.
is now as tall as Lione.
Gris, yeah,
It's
this
much
is going to
higher than
lift
that.
you about 5 feet off the ground.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm 5 feet off the ground. So then after that, Gris is going to... Pip, what's your HP right now?
66.
Minus 35.
Yeah, so Gris is gonna cast a bonus action. She's going to do... sorry, I'm trying to decide here. She's gonna go ahead and use Balm of the Summer Court.
I knew it. I could feel it in my soul.
And I'm gonna use 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. So that is... I don't have 5 D6s. Let me look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Plus 21. Audie. And that's
Thank you.
the end of her turn. But as she kind of flies up into the air, she's going to give a long, low whistle to her buddy and partner in crime, Twig.
Yeah, the bird.
And she is going to point to Elias and tell Twig to multi-attack.
Alright, so Twig is going to multi-attack. I have to choose a token for Twig. I know that he had one. I don't know where it went. Let's see.
I also drew a hideous fireball. Please feel free to delete it if you hate it.
It's very helpful for me.
Love it.
I needed that personally.
I like it.
Let's see. Here we go. So you want Twig on here with you. Can't really see him. But I'm going to make him controlled by you.
Perfect. So that's 20 feet.
Token layer.
Oh, that's fine. He can fly.
Why won't it? Oh, it's right here. It's fucking dumb. Alright, controlled by Doe. Save settings. Alright, sweet. Can you see him, Doe? That's what really matters.
Yeah, I can see him.
Awesome. Alright. So you're going to tell him to multi-attack. Who is he going to multi-attack?
Elias.
Alright.
Which is 20 feet, so he'll fly there.
Alright.
Okay, I guess it's just normal D20 to hit.
Yes.
That is a 18.
An 18 hits.
Oh, yeah. And so then I do basically beak and talons, right?
If it's a multi-attack, you roll for each attack.
Okay, perfect. So then 18, I'll do beak.
All right.
So it is 7 is to hit. So 3d4 plus 2. I haven't used Twig yet, so forgive me. 2, 3. So 7 plus 2. 9
So
piercing
9?
damage. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. And then you roll for your next attack.
Okay.
And then I will describe it to you.
Next one is only 7. I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
7 does not hit. So you all watch as Gris lets out a whistle. Appearing from this sort of mist that swirls on the ground rises a large, full-grown dire vulture. Its wingspan is probably 12 to 14 feet, and it soars high into the air before diving down into Elias. It takes its beak, grabs his hair, and pulls back, raking down with his claws. Some deep gouges emerge in Elias's forehead, and you watch as golden blood begins to pour down his face. He grins at you all as this happens. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
All right. So I currently have a concentration spell, so I cannot cast anything that requires concentration. However, let's see, what is this? This is not concentration. All right. So Elias takes a finger, Gris, and points it at you.
No.
Get this filthy, disgusting, overgrown chicken off of me.
First of all, that's a dire vulture, and it's a baby. So it's not overgrown yet. And then Gris says, whatever. And so she whistles again, recalling Twig back to her.
It's too late. This is his attack.
Oh, this is a tap. Oh, shit.
He points at you and attempts to cast a spell at you. However, as he does so, Twig lets out a loud and he goes, "Jeez!" Looks over at you, and you watch as lightning fizzles out of his finger and hits him in the foot. And he takes... Let's see, what is this? I have to divide this by a couple of things. He takes 9 lightning damage from his crit fail.
So wait, Elias takes 9?
Yeah.
Oh, he crit failed?
He crit failed.
We're in the first round of battle, and there's been 2 crit fails.
You love to see it.
That's an
Hello?
action. I'm going to see if I have any...
Tit for tat.
For future reference, can I call Twig back as a bonus action on Twigs?
Twig can, if you... So you have
Depends
to
on
give
the
that
movement,
command
right?
when you tell him to multi-attack. You would have to be like multi-attack and then return to me. So you can't
And
do
then
it
he would
after the
also have
fact.
to have the movement, right?
He has to have sufficient movement, yes. Yeah. So right now he's there. If you have him withdraw, there will be an opportunity attack.
Okay.
All right. However, I'm going to use some sorcery points.
You got him.
I don't know how the hell this motherfucker works. Okay, so I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to convert a spell that's an action to a bonus action. And I am going to have Elias cast... He's going to cast Blight on Lione. Lione, your father then turns to you and says, "This is the kind of company you keep." I really thought your mother would have raised you better than this.
Okay.
Can I have a con saving throw?
Yes. Blight is a necrotic spell, right?
Necrotic, yes.
Yes. What happens if I have resistance to that?
It halves the damage.
It has the damage. Okay, so
Or actually, you roll with advantage. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Having the damage is... Sorry.
It's all good. You said con saving?
Yes.
Okay. Thank God I had the advantage. 18 plus 7, 25.
All right. You are going to take... You take 22 necrotic damage instead of 44.
What's
You
the spell
feel-
save? Damn.
You feel your bones begin to rot beneath your flesh. You can feel your flesh tearing away from the muscle. But when you look down, your form has not changed at all. It is as if this is affecting you on the material plane rather than the dream plane. Next is going to be corruption. All right, corruption is really focused on you, Ariadne.
Mm-hmm.
You had the audacity to hit her.
Yeah, I did.
And she is
She didn't get a surprise round.
deeply unhappy. She did get a surprise
That's what I
round.
thought.
Yeah. She removes a long, pointed sword from her back.
Mm.
It is covered in pink jewels that catch the light of the sea and kind of sparkle at you really brightly. And she brings it back behind her head and slashes at you. Is this gonna be a dick about this? Please roll. Please, excuse me. Oh, it's rolling in here. Okay. So stupid. I don't want it to do that. All right, so she rolled a 21. Does that hit?
Yes, 21 hits.
All right, so you're going to do... It's going to do 8 plus 4 plus 3d8 damage.
I'm like, unless this dream armor gives me extra AC, it is always going to hit.
It's going to do 22 damage.
Okay. Damaged.
All right,
Ouch.
next. I believe I have multi-attack. Yep. She's going to bring back the sword and try to hit you again.
Bring it on.
Does an 11 hit?
No.
All right, she's going to do it one more time. Does 23 hits?
Yes.
All right, you're going to do 1d8 plus 4 plus 3d8. So that does another 16 slashing damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna accurately put where she came up to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that ends her turn because she does not have a disengage. Next is going to be Ariadne.
Okay.
You're last, Lione. You have the worst dex modifier of the
No,
entire party.
I already. Yeah, but I was first or something like that.
Yeah,
So she hasn't
no.
gone yet.
No, it goes. Oh yeah, it is your turn, Lione.
I was gonna say, I swear Ari went.
Yeah.
Okay. First thing Leona's gonna do. She's gonna use Channel Divinity.
All right.
And she's gonna do Vow of Enmity, and she's gonna point to her dad. Which
Okay.
means I get advantage on attack rolls for the next minute, which I think is 10 rounds.
All right.
And I assume attack rolls means spell attack and attack.
All attack
right?
rolls.
Thought so.
Yep.
Okay. Then
Martial
Leone
yeah.
is gonna just run to her dad. She's running. She's going.
Okay.
She's not running. She's power walking. Power stance, power walk situation.
She is in heels, so
Yeah.
running's not necessarily.
It's
the
like
best idea.
it's like a runway strut.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
She's
nice.
being as dramatic as possible. And as she gets close to her dad, she casts Green Flame Blade, like the dramatic flourish with her blade, that she always does.
Okay.
So, I believe, yeah, okay. I get 2 attacks. So I'm gonna roll for my first attack. Oh, that was so close to critting. Oh my god. Okay. Does a 26 hit?
Yeah, so 26
Okay.
hits.
So then I'm going to do a 2, really? 9 piercing damage. And then 13 fire damage.
So we're going to call it 7.
Mhm. And then
seven.
she's
Alright.
going to go in for her second attack.
Go for it.
Those rolls were shit, however. Both, actually. A 2 and a 3. So I assume a 10 doesn't hit. Gonna go out on a limb here.
Yes, a 10 does
Figured.
not hit.
I
yeah.
figured. Okay.
Sorry, I was sitting there like, yeah.
You dumb bitch. Okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna use 2 of my sorcery points to convert an action into a bonus action. And I'm going to cast tit for tat. I'm gonna
real
cast
quick,
Yeah.
as you hit your father,
Oh.
you swing your green flame blade,
Mm.
and it connects with him. You see something in his eyes snap,
No, no.
and as it does, Gris,
Oh no.
I am going to need. Let's see, this was a 7th level.
I broke his concentration, didn't I?
You did. I need
Which
you to
means
do a dexterity
fireball
saving
can go
throw.
off.
Oh god.
Hey, Gris.
That's a 5.
Bestie.
All right, you take. You take. Hang on. You take 56 fire damage
Thanks, I hate it.
as this ball of flame goes from a tiny glowing orb to a giant, expansive
Oh no.
fireball. I also am going to need. I don't want the turn order thing up. I'm going to need Ariadne to make a dex saving throw.
Happily.
So it's still there, it's just bigger?
Yep, and Lione, I need you to make a dex saving throw.
11
Lord.
plus 10,
No,
21.
it's fully exploded. Ariadne, you succeeded, so you're going to take
Nothing.
half of 56.
Evasion.
Ooh, you take no damage.
And I get to roll with advantage because it's fire, right?
Yes.
That's a 17.
That does not succeed. You take
24? 25?
28
28, okay.
fire damage.
I am at half health.
I'm so sorry. Vic, you take 56 because that was a saving throw based one, not an attack based one.
Oh.
So we're doing
Even though I have resistance?
we're doing resistance for saving throws is going to give you advantage.
Oh, okay.
For just automatic hits, it's going to give you
Okay.
half. Actually, you know what? Let's call it 28 because I think in the past we've done half damage. So
Okay.
you can take 28.
Just a reminder that when we did a certain pact, we got extra mods. Ariadne, are you aware?
Yes, but
Okay.
not that.
Did Lione get any?
No, Leon's already gotten a lot of advantages.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I got stuff.
Yeah, mine
alright,
are
Leon,
included, and I
continue
don't
your
think the
turn.
+1 to charisma is going to do very much for me
So
right now.
the fireball's gone.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
want to draw with this. I would like to. There we go. The fireball has exploded. It leaves behind kind of scorched residue everywhere on the grass. However, none of you again show any damage that you've taken from any of these attacks.
Mhm.
Gris is still dressed in her mourning clothes. Gris, when you glance down, there is dirt beneath your fingers. More than fingernails. More than usual. There's usually quite a bit of dirt on there, but it's notably different.
Interesting. As if I've maybe been digging with my hands?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Lione, I believe you had more attack that you wanted to do. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's okay, because I'm actually going to use the spell that I converted to do Cure Wounds on myself instead.
All right.
Okay. I feel better now.
Okay. That was Lione.
Yep.
Now it's... I did Elias's turn out of order.
I do want her to say something to her dad before she's done.
Go for it. Just go.
I just want her to, like, because she's all up in his face. She just stabbed him. She says it doesn't have to be like this. You could just give it to me.
Oh, darling. It's not how it works. Ariadne.
Okay. Matching Corruption's rage at being hit. I'll go toe to toe. And I will take that very same sword and I'll slash with it for the first time. That is 17 plus 12, 29.
That hits.
Good.
Go.
to hear that.
Oh,
We love to hear it.
Ari.
So that's 15 piercing damage.
Hell yeah, Ariadne.
I'm gonna use my second attack, my extra attack that I forgot about last round.
No.
And with that same momentum, just come back around and slash again. So that's
All right, roll
24 to
for it.
hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Great.
Is this something very broken that I gave you? Did I give you a
No,
broken
extra
weapon?
attack is a monk thing.
No, the weapon. Is that me?
Oh, it's the Unbeliever's Blessed Short Sword, which already is great, and then the godly thing.
Yeah,
I have plus 2 to all melee.
Yeah.
Jenny's like, I fully broke it. It's fine.
I broke my own game.
2 plus 9, 11.
11 does not hit. Oh, 11
No,
damage.
11
yes,
damage.
yes.
No, it was 24 to hit.
All right.
Cool. Having used my action, I'm gonna go and get in there with my elbows, my favorite pointy bits that are not metal. For 2 unarmed attacks. This
Although
time,
you're in armor, so technically they are.
yeah, I guess. Okay, one is a natural 1. So that
Okay,
one's
so you
not
go to
gonna-
attack her and you
Yeah.
sort of stumble forward and catch yourself on her shoulder. As you do that, she looks down at you and goes, "Oh, darling, what would the wife have to say about that, And winks at you again. I get a dex saving throw.
Yeah.
Hey, bestie, can we stop crit failing?
I tell it
Hey,
to
hey, bestie? Hey.
dice.
Hey, bestie? Have you
What
considered
control
not
do I have over
failing?
statistics?
Many thoughts, much to think
15.
about.
That is a fail. So you're going to take
Okay.
half of this, right? Because you have evasion, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. What's half of 47? We're going to call that 24.
20, yeah. Okay.
You take 24 fire damage.
Okay. With that, and probably just like my face completely scrunched and like this absolute like shriek of pain, even if it's not showing, I certainly felt it. I'm gonna headbutt her as my second flurry of blows.
I fucking love that. Go for it.
That's a nat fucking 20 plus 10 is 30.
Plus 10.
Jesus Christ. All right, so roll for damage and then double it.
Yeah, we're gonna do a crit damage roll, and just so you know, I'm gonna do a stunning strike. So that's just wait for it. So that's a con save of 16.
Ooh, let me see. Con. She got a 21 con save.
Okay, yeah, she succeeds. 11 damage.
Oof. All right.
And that I'm gonna head on over to Gris and let me check how far that is, but I think I should be fine. Yeah, I have 60 feet. I'm fine. I'm gonna go. Hello. I'm hurting.
Arya's like reaching up the 8
Help
foot
me.
of rock, please.
Yeah, I'll say like I'll back away. I'll headbutt her, and with that momentum, sort of back away and try and scramble back up to like on my feet and like stumble forward towards Gris, just like ow.
Gris, speaking of which, it is your turn.
Yay! Okay, so Gris is gonna look down at Ariadne and say, "This isn't going well, my friend." And as she does that, she's gonna reach out her hand for Ari's hand and cast. Oh, how do I want to go? Let's cast a 4th level Cure Wounds. So it's 48 plus 5 because I get an extra 2 healing that I forgot about. So 18, 19, 20. It's not a ton, but it's
No, it's still good.
It's
Thank you.
keeping
Thank you.
Ariadne
Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome. And then she's gonna go and like look down once again and be like, "Well, shit, you're really not looking good." And Gris is like, "Okay." So she is going to also cast. Sorry, I'm thinking.
Can't believe I crit failed twice.
We've got like 6
And-
crit
and
fails
nat
so
20.
far.
Literally 3 crit fails in a
And,
round
like,
and a
nat
half of
20.
combat.
I think 2 crit successes.
Only 1.
I think no.
Only
I
one,
think
okay.
yeah.
I got a 19, which would be
Oh.
a crit if I was a barbarian
Or a fighter.
or a
Or if
fighter.
you took a feat for that.
Yeah.
But why would I do that when I could take other feats like being sexy?
Oh my god. Okay, she's
That's
gonna
how I
cast.
approach it.
She's gonna cast Healing Word as well.
Thank you.
As a 3rd level.
This is the
Which
And I believe
is-
Healing Word has a verbal component, correct?
I think
does.
so. Yeah.
So she's
What do
gonna
you say?
she's gonna look down at Ariadne, hands on her hips because she doesn't have her staff, right?
Right.
And say, "Ariadne, I swear to the trees and the grasses and the earth, if you die on me, I will never forgive you." Okay?
Trying very hard not to.
That's all I ask. And then she's gonna say, no, that's it.
Okay.
And she's just gonna kind of like nod down at Ariadne and cast this. So 3d4. So 7 plus 3. No, 7 plus 5. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12.
I'm a finger counter, forgive.
You got an art degree, we don't blame you. Is that the end of your turn?
It's the end of my turn, but it is now Twiggy's turn.
It's the bed's 10.
So,
Oh.
Twig is still hovering,
Oh, no,
I'm
Twig was by my
assuming,
dad.
above Elias.
Twig is doing like circles, waiting for you to command him.
Okay, so I didn't realize this before. Never mind. I'm not close to him anymore. But he would have gotten advantage last time. It's fine. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing. Get him to cast multi-attack. So I just like once again I'm gonna just go, Twig! And I assume Twig and I like make some really sweet bird halfling eye contact. And I'm gonna like nod as I point to Elias.
Alright, Twig here looks at you, and his eyes flash in understanding as he dives back down towards Elias.
Okay. So for Beak, he got in 19. And that'll be 3d4 plus 2. I'm going to do that in here. I don't have enough d4s.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Yeah.
The AC is 16.
Ooh, my dad's got a low AC.
So
This
that's
is sorcerer. Y'all are
Yeah.
little bitches.
It's why
You
he's a
got the
paladin.
paladin thing going on, so you got heavy armor.
I only have an AC of 17.
so 9 piercing damage for Beak. And
Alright.
then let's see about talents. That's a 12, so no.
Tragic.
Here I am with
So,
no armor and 18.
Again, Twig dives down, grabs some of his hair, and yanks as hard as he can as he digs his claws in. Again, you can see a small fountain of like golden blood, this time erupt from his cheeks as Elias just grins.
Oh god, I'm so nervous for Twig. I should have called him back.
All
And that's
right.
the end. That's the end of our combined turns.
Next is Corruption. Corruption
She's pissed at me.
seems a little bit done with all of this. She looks to Elias and goes, "Darling." You all notice that there's a rivulet of dark fuchsia blood trickling down her face, and a large bruise blossoming on her cheek. There's also quite a few slash marks in her already very skimpy clothing. As fun as this has been for me, I'm something of a fair weather friend. Lione, make me proud. And she vanishes from the plane.
What?
Even if she can't hear me, I'll have called out, like, thanks for the power-ups.
Oh, that's true. She did give us that, technically.
Corruption's like,
All right.
got a couple hits, and now I'm gonna go.
I had fun. My face got bruised. I have to go powder it.
Gotta
As
get
she
some
vanishes, Elias looks to Lione and goes, "What can I say, darling? I love a beautiful woman. And the more inconsistent, the better." Lione, it's now your turn.
Lione looks at her dad and says, as she's about to attack, "Seems like the bird dislikes you even more than it dislikes me." Okay, what the fuck is that? What is that? What is my attack? Hello? Okay. I somehow managed, me and Advantage, not really friends. I rolled 2 10s, but that's still enough to hit. Why am I rolling 2 10s? What are you odds?
casting?
Anyways, so it's I'm doing Green Flame Blade. This is just an attack.
Okay.
So my first attack does 13 piercing damage and 9 fire damage.
All right.
My second attack hits. It's a 22. And so it does 10 piercing damage and 10 fire damage.
All right.
And then I'm going to use 2 sorcery points again.
So as you slash into him, your father's looking a lot worse for wear.
Lione looks at him and says, "We can stop this at any point if you just give it to me."
Darling, just giving it to you isn't part of my plan.
And she goes, "Fine." And then kind of like a tit for tat, casts Blight.
Oh my god.
He counterspells.
Okay.
What
What level counterspell is he doing?
Ooh, wow, good question. He's going to do a... What level are you casting it at? I
I guess you're level 4.
Oh, I'm going to do a level 5 counterspell.
Fair.
So when it hits you, roll for damage.
It hits me.
Is that legal? Was
Is
that
that how
exchange
counterspell
legal?
I mean, he has it at 4th and 5th. Yeah,
Doesn't
so...
counterspell just stop it? Yeah, it just
No.
fails. Yeah.
Wait, let's see.
DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a success, the creature's spell fails and has no
It
effect.
has no effect. All right. Let's see. I feel like it should do damage.
I mean, this is your homebrew campaign.
This is your game. You want it to hit me, you can hit me.
No, it's okay. I have a plan. I don't fucking play casters. Hi, for everyone who's going to be in the comments like, Jenny doesn't know how spellcasting works. That's right. Martial class superiority. Am I right, Pippin?
This, I'll support you. It's the first martial class I'm playing. I usually play caster.
Get out
like, I'm
of
a
my
spellcaster,
fucking game. All right, so he's going to cast a 5th level counterspell.
But I do see the appeal, so I support you. Love my monk.
I feel like the spell fizzles out of Leon's hand and she goes, touche.
It was a nice try, darling. Next is Elias. Wow, so fun. Elias is looking really rough.
Oh.
He is visibly in pain. He is, in fact, bleeding. The rest of you really haven't had any sort of impact from all of this. But he does retreat quite a bit. Lione, were you within 5 feet of him? Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Lione, you get an opportunity attack.
Okay. I'm just dying because you're like, nobody's had any effect. And literally a turn ago, you were like, here's 56 damage.
Any physical effect.
Lione, would you like to take your opportunity attack?
Yeah, how does that work? I've never gotten to do that.
It's just a melee attack.
Okay, cool. But I still get advantage because he's Vow of Enmity, right?
Yes.
That hits. That's 2 16s!
You're kidding!
What is going on with
I'm
my
starting to
dice
think
tonight?
your dice are having a little journey today.
My
So-
dice are like, advantage doesn't matter, bitch.
Your father moves to back away from you, and you manage to get one good kind of hack in with your sword.
It does 12 piercing damage.
All right. Damn. Okay, well then, I feel a little less bad about the thing I'm about to do.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
Sick.
All right. He is going to cast...
You're allowed to feel a little bad about whatever you're
Don't
about to do.
make me regret this, guys. Can I have a dexterity saving throw from everybody?
Yes.
Oh, hello? I'm really
19.
bad at dex. Hey, besties.
Kid. I might die here.
I crit!
You crit success? You gotta... Well, what's your modifier?
0. It's just 20. Crit.
So crits only matter in combat.
It's okay. I just knew I was gonna crit tonight. That's all that matters. I don't even care.
You
She's
might
like, it's
start
not
to
about the
care a
mechanic,
little
it's
bit.
It's
that
about
it
the
happens.
crit, okay?
So,
The fact that I feel
first,
special.
can I know what everyone's total HP is before I
7.
do this to you?
Total or current?
Right now, what do you
Oh,
have?
77.
77.
59. Don't make them finish, Jenny! I can't die again!
We're gonna be knocking on heaven's door, I have a feeling.
I'm gonna do a quick checking myself, checking myself, checking myself, checking myself.
If I die, I'm dead. And if I'm dead, y'all have no healer.
Well,
All right, I'm not gonna do this to you guys right off the bat. So
I
I'm
can
going to
heal
do.
myself.
I'm gonna do.
You can get me close to the brink, I'll heal myself. Do what you gotta do.
Oh fuck! All right. All of you rolled below 21, correct?
I rolled a
Yes.
20. Yeah.
How are we supposed to roll 21?
Can I get?
A lot of people have plus to dex.
I do. I actually do have plus to dex.
Ariadne, we're gonna start with
Yes.
you.
Okay.
You have evasion.
I do.
You take 36 necrotic damage.
Okay.
I'm only gonna take half, which will be 36.
Lione, you take 36.
I think Gris is down.
Gris, you take 71 necrotic damage. You're
Every-
going to be doing
I'll
death
get you
saving
up, don't
throws. You remember how these work?
Every round I rolled D20. What is it?
Just a
Above?
flat d20. Above a 10 is going to be a success.
Okay, below
A 10 and
is-
below is a fail. You get 3 successes, you're stable. 3 fails, you're dead forever.
Okay.
So, Elias points at all of you. Lets out a maniacal laugh. His pointed teeth glimmer in the strange ethereal light of this plane. You watch Gris collapse to the ground.
Can I, like,
As you
catch
can
her?
feel your skin begin to wither and peel away from your bones.
Well, that's real tight.
Super cash money of him.
Now he's going to convert some sorcery points. He's gonna...
It's okay. I can get you up, Gris. I can get you
Wait,
up.
can't Ari stabilize me?
No,
I can.
it's gotta be a that's a turn thing.
Yeah, it would be an
like, not
action
right
on a
now.
medicine check.
He is going to convert 2 sorcery points
Mm-hmm.
to turn an action into a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
He's already used his 9th level spell. I was gonna do Meteor Swarm, but that would be 20d6 plus 20d6. So I
We would have all
decided
died. Yeah.
I wasn't gonna do that.
There's no
Well,
surviving that
he's-
action.
Going to cast.
I'd like to have.
He's going to point at Ariadne. You know, people like you make me so tired. Can I get a dex saving throw?
Yes.
Can't believe I let this man kill me
21.
twice.
21 and let's see. Vic, Lione, can I also get a dex saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
I share the sentiment.
I mean, is the throw like I have to hit 21?
Yeah.
There's literally no way I can hit it because I have a +0.
All right, so Ariadne, you take no damage because it halves and halves. Leon, you're going to take. I have to do some math real fast. Sorry, guys. Local woman is bad at math. You're going to take 27 damage
I need to borrow my fingers.
as a big cloud of flame engulfs you and Ariadne. I did have it for you already, Leon, for the resistance.
Yep.
All right. Then, let's see. That's all he can do. He's got a bonus action.
Local healer sitting at 14 health, hoping she doesn't die so she can pick her friend up so her friend can heal her more.
All right. Next is
Sorry, right?
Ariadne.
Okay. I have to stabilize her first before I can do anything else, right? I think that's,
Correct.
Yeah.
And stabilizing her is a
Medicine?
full action.
yeah.
And it's a medicine check.
That far I knew. I'll do my medicine check. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Plus.
Okay, so
Just
then I
in
don't need to kill
case.
Gris.
So that's
You're going to roll with advantage.
yeah.
Oh, fuck
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's 22 is the first one, so at least we're good. And 23.
All right, so you do stabilize Gris. Gris, you are no longer making death saving throws. You have 1 HP. You are knocked prone and unconscious.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
How would
Let
Gris be able to
me-
be not unconscious?
Well, actually, so she's currently at 0 HP, but she's unconscious and knocked prone. So she doesn't have any HP, but she's not dying. She's been stabilized. So you would have to heal her for her to not be unconscious, and then it
Okay.
consumes an
Yeah,
action to
That's another
get her from
action.
prone.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I can't do that this time, but
Mhm.
I can another time. Let me just check the description of something. Okay, it is just an action. How? I don't know. I don't know how you guys do the checking the distance thing.
Oh, you click on the little ruler,
Ah, gotcha. Thank you.
and then you can click and drag.
Nice.
You trying to see how far away he is?
Yeah. All right. I can. I'll like I'll do a medicine check on Gris. I'll like check her. I'll like put a hand on her forehead and just sort of hold her for a second, and then I'll just stare daggers at Elias before scrambling to my feet and using all 60 feet of all my 60 feet of movement to go up to him, just march and stab him.
All right,
First
roll
time.
for it.
That is a 17 plus 12, 29 to hit.
Roll damage.
That's 11 piercing.
Okay.
We're gonna go again. You hurt my Gris. I'm just saying. That's 9 plus 12, 21 to hit.
Is there anything you say to him as you slash into him for
Yeah.
the second time?
Yes. Let's see. As I pull it out, and I'll just stare him straight in the eyes. Look up at him. I'm trying to think of something witty, but it's hard. you'll never know what you could have had. And that's what's tragic. And I stab him again.
You bury your short sword into his chest. And as you do, his grin grows wider. Golden blood seeps from the wound. And as you pull your short sword out, he stumbles backwards, coughing violently. Gold blood spatters your face as he falls to the ground in front of you. I know exactly what I missed. That's why I'm doing everything in my power to give her exactly what she deserves. He collapses in a pool of his own blood and continues to cough as the life fades from his eyes. However, Ariadne, as you stand up from his body, you watch it dissipate into golden mist and intermingle the mist that drifts around your ankles. You are still in the dream plane. Gris is down, has 0 HP. Next in initiative is Gris. Gris, you're down. Lione?
Which way can't do anything on his own accord.
Nope, you are unconscious. You can't do anything until you're stabilized.
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry, until you have HP.
Lione in a panic. Just casts the first level Cure Wounds on Gris. So, like, basically what she does is she, like, sees her father drop and, like, in that moment starts to rush forward, but also, like, throw her hand back to just, like, cast it at Gris. But, like, without even just, like, she's not paying attention. She's just like, Gris just needs to be up. My dad. This is my dad. Because, like, your dad is your dad at the end of the day.
But Cure Wounds is a touch action.
Yeah, so as you run past, you, like, slap Gris.
Yeah.
She has to run back and go.
Then I run back and run back to my dad. Regardless, I toss how much health? 6. Sorry, it's a first level.
I'll take it.
I didn't realize it was so little. You can tell I've done a lot of healing.
So I'm no longer unconscious. I'm still prone.
You have 6
Yes.
health.
Okay.
And so Lione runs to where her father's body was.
Alright, you run there.
And, like,
Lione.
collapses on the ground, right where it was.
There is nothing here but a puddle of golden ichor. The same blood spatters your friend Ariadne's face as they look at you.
Did he
Lione,
say anything?
he said, and I'll like I've just kind of been stuck, so I'll like lower my sword from where it was in his body. And look at Lione. Yeah, so I'll lower it and go. He said he knew what he was missing. He knew what he missed, and that's why he's giving you what you deserve.
Giving me what? A puddle of blood on the ground?
As you ask that, a deafening roar shakes the entire...
Oh, frick, no,
Dream
he's
realm.
Dragon Dad.
I need to turn this down. I don't know how to do that.
It's okay, I like it.
I love it.
Alright. As this roar shakes the ground, the trees, the cottage adjacent to you, chairs begin to topple over. And cresting over the top of the cliff,
Oh, Lord.
where the elven princess Zelaria once threw herself to her death, is a giant, ferocious red dragon.
Oh dear.
It lets out this earth-shattering roar once more, opens its mouth, and lets out a wide, hot tunnel of fire.
Wait, how
And I
wide?
need... It's in a 60-foot cone.
Well, 6.
I need all of you to roll dexterity saving throws.
Oh, please don't let
I mean,
me
is there
down.
any point for me too? I'm probably gonna go down.
27.
I'm not 20. So 20 plus 2, 22!
All right, Ariadne
21
and
plus.
Gris, you both succeeded.
Oh my god.
So let me do a quick roll.
6
Leon.
HP and a dream.
As this roar shakes you, the wings on your back open
Oh,
and carry you
fuck yeah.
65 feet into the air.
Yeah, I'm a dragon. That's right, bitch.
Oh my god. We got
There's a
2
dragon.
dragons.
It's me. You're
It's me,
dragon.
by the way.
Gris,
Yes.
Well, you've seen dragons now. Wild shape.
you take 31 damage.
I take 31 damage even though
Yeah, that's a succeed. It's a 62 if you didn't succeed.
I am back
Leon.
to failures.
I don't because of Asian, but
You take 31 damage.
I'm down.
You are knocked from the air onto the ground.
okay.
Ariadne, it is your turn.
Are you? So they're both making death
They're
saves?
both
Yeah,
they're
on our
both
turn.
making death saving throws.
Oh my god. Okay, I guess I'll kneel down, and because I'm right next to her, I'll kneel down and do a medicine check on Lione, and just sort of like reminiscent of a certain moment in season 1, I'll just like open and close my hands because like wings now. How do I? And then I'll go and try and stabilize it.
I still
Medicine
don't.
check.
That's a 9. Sorry, babe.
Would you
Guess
like to
I didn't
roll with
wanna save it.
advantage? You feel the strength of a god you are unfamiliar with pulsate through your being. Let's get 2 medicine checks from you.
Okay. That's,
Oh, that's
22 and a 14.
You reach out your hands, press one to Leone's chest, and stretch the other in the direction of Gris.
Oh.
Both of you are now stabilized. You are unconscious. However, you have 1 HP. On your next turn,
So I could.
you will awaken and consume an action to stand from prone.
Okay.
Ariadne, you do not know what power just raced through you, but it did use a bonus action to do so.
Okay.
This is
I'll
the first reading
give
for
I'll give sort of a quick prayer and inward prayer of thanks.
Inward.
I'm like,
Shout out to the gods inside.
I'm okay. Considering you're the only one who actually has, like, both of you have the heals. I have no actual heals. I'm gonna use, which you'll have to tell me how much it actually does, because I don't think we talked about it before.
Well,
I have a jar of dirt.
I was gonna give you my jar of dirt. I was
I was gonna give you my jar of dirt. I'm gonna,
How good are our jars
I'm
of dirt?
stealing dirt from the temple that I would like to use on Lione.
All right, so how would you like to apply this magical dirt to Leone?
I'm gonna gently like pry open her mouth and like give it to her, try and then like do that thing where in the movies where it's like I'll put my hand over her mouth and be like coax her to swallow.
Leona's just looking at you, I presume covered in her own gold blood, like,
Yeah,
Now
so
dirty.
Leone is covered in the same sort of ichor. There's no visible wounds, but she is covered in blood. We're gonna call that... You do 10 healing. Leone, you awaken fully with a mouthful of dirt. And Ariadne leaning over you.
oh my god. Leone kind of like spits out the remnants and is like, thank you, but god, that not yet gross. Disgusting?
I have a jar of dirt.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm gonna use yeah. And I will use. There's not anything else I can do, but I can No, that's a tax action. Never mind. But I am going to use my movement to make my way back over to Gris. My poor halfling.
It's halfling.
Do you have any bonus actions? Do you want to take my dirt?
I already took it.
Oh, okay.
They took it to use their power to stabilize you.
So technically, I'm just prone. I can say things, right?
Yes, you are prone.
one.
Speaking of which, Gris, it is your turn. It will consume a full action to stand up from being prone.
Okay. Gris is going to. Can I cast while I'm not prone? While I'm prone, I mean.
It will tell you if you click on your character sheet and you select conditions and you select prone. It will tell you. I mean, I can also read you the description if that's faster.
It's okay. I'm looking at it right now.
Your only movement option is crawl. You have disadvantage on attack rolls.
So
But if it's not an attack and just a heal.
A heal should be fine.
All right. Gris is going to.
Gris is like sitting on the ground, like I'm not.
I imagine she's like starfished on the ground, and Ari is like above her, and she's gonna just like lift her head up slowly and say, "I swear, Ariadne, not today." And she's going to just reach the fuck out and grab like Ariadne's ankle. Even though this is not a touch spell, she's gonna do it anyways and cast 6th level heal, which is an additional 70 HP.
Oh my god. Okay. Heal yourself.
Nah, she'll do it next time.
You use bonus and report on yourself.
So technically, I'm still down.
Yes,
so
you
then,
are prone.
So then, she's gonna do a bonus action of Balm of the Summer Court. I'm gonna do 5 of those and use them on myself. So 5d6s. 22 plus 2, 24.
All right.
And I heal myself. Okay. So I'm still on the ground, but I'm alive.
All right, Lione, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm still on the ground, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm gonna stand, which will use my action. That's fine.
Yes.
And then I'm going to 2 sorcery points to do a bonus action. And then I'm going to just like fucking heal myself. Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking heal myself.
Oh wait, we could have done Twig.
That is 36 health to me. And then question. Okay, no, that's as an action as well. Okay, and then okay, so like question about movement. I've used my action, haven't used my movement. Flying, is that something I can do now?
You have a fly speed.
Okay,
Your fly speed is 40 feet.
okay, up.
In any direction. However, if you go up, you're going to really complicate things for your DM's math brain.
Yeah. I also don't know if I have the mental fortitude for that.
That's a lot of
It's a
dimensions.
lot of like Pythagorean theorems.
Yeah, there's gotta
A squared,
be
B
there's
squared, C squared.
some sort of fucking parabola situation going on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's grade 11 math, besties. I don't
bring
remember it.
Sokoto into Kraylin.
Don't bring.
Oh no! Alright, Ariadne, negative inspiration for bringing up Sokotoa. Alright.
I guess I think Lione is probably gonna be like, fuck. She like screams down to her father and is like, really?
I mourned you, and now this.
Really? And then, I mean, I guess I'm gonna move to about, well, where was I? I was like here. I was like, where was I? Like here.
You were there.
You were right there.
5, 10, 30. I guess I'll move
So you can fly 40 feet, yeah.
I'm gonna move here behind the chair. Not really covered, but like a little bit of covered, just in case.
These folding chairs.
Well, do you think the LaBelles would have a folding chair at the wedding? No.
So they're portable chairs. They're not necessarily folding chairs, but they are in fact portable.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to decide if I need to do like a John Cena chair kit in the future. Johnny's like,
you don't have the tavern brawler feat. It's gonna do the same as your unarmed strike. You can't use improvised weapons.
Crushing my dreams.
All right. Sorry. That's a rules thing.
Whoa.
All right. So Lione, you just went, which means it's Elias's turn. You guys are not doing well. Huh?
Nope.
I don't know. Ari's doing pretty good. I think we might come out here with Ari on top.
Elias flies forward, opening up his jaws and revealing several rows of those same pointed teeth, now much larger than they were before. He's got so much movement when he flies, so he's gonna fly down and Ariadne. He's going to wrap his mouth around you. Does a
Did you crit?
So he goes to bite you,
You crit failed?
and his wings seem to fail him. It seems as if he hasn't been restored with entirely all of his health. It seems like dying and then resurrecting as this creature took quite a bit out of him. He flies forward, mistimes, and crashes into the chairs.
Oh my god.
Taking...
Is that another crit fail, Jenny?
He takes 11 bludgeoning damage simply by crashing into the chairs.
Oh my God.
However, he rights himself, turns back to you, Ariadne, and attempts to bite you again. Oh my god!
No!
Shut up! You did not.
I got a crit success immediately after a crit fail! I'm so sorry.
So we've had
God.
4 crit fails and 3 crit successes in this battle. What is going
What
on?
are the odds?
What is happening?
If you're not on the edge of your seat, you better be.
Holy shit.
We really said, our dice said we're pulling out all the stops, you fucks.
Ariadne, you take 53 damage.
Guess it's a good thing you fucking healed Ari.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You're
As
one of us.
he closes his mouth around you.
I could use some
You can
of those
feel his
successes.
hot, burning breath against your skin. He then whips his tail around, with you still in his mouth, and hits your dear, sweet Gris.
I'm gonna die again.
Chris is gonna die again. Was it a crit fail?
He does so, and it throws him off balance.
You crit failed again? What is going on with our dice?
And he drops Ariadne, and sort of like stumbles around a little bit, managing to right himself, but once again slamming himself into a chair, taking 2 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my goodness.
This is the most insane battle we've ever had.
This is so stupid. What are the fucking
Why
odds?
are our fucking dice doing this?
All right. Next up is Ariadne.
He drops me, and I just, but I will quickly get my bearings, and stab him. I'm sorry, I'm just still reeling. Yeah. Also, I'll try and like drive my sword into his stupid dragon shoulder or something.
All right, so you take your sword and you just dig it as far into his stupid dragon shoulder as you possibly can.
But it doesn't hit. It's a 15.
However, the scales of his body seem to resemble armor, and you don't quite get enough force behind the short sword, and it kind of like throws you back a little bit.
Realizing this, I'm trying to think. I'm gonna go for his mouth where his pointy bits are. And use my second attack. Just give me a moment.
Alright.
That's 12 plus 12, 24 to hit. Much better.
A 24 does hit.
Much better. That is 13 piercing damage.
Alright.
So I'll like go for his snout.
He lets out a roar as you like ram your sword into his nostril. And some more of this golden blood splatters your face.
Very good. Let me see. I just want to check something. Okay, no, never mind. Then I'll do a flurry of blows.
Alright.
So we'll go with that one. That is 11 plus 10, 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Yeah. See, and we'll say that goes. We'll say I'll kick him. I'll go because I'm like it has to be unarmed.
You're gonna kick him with your feet. You're not gonna hit him with your fist.
Well, because I get two, so I'll hit him and I'll kick him.
All right, so you kick him first.
Yeah, but I was like, I have a sword in my hand. That's 8 for both, so 6.
So 8 for the kick?
Yeah.
So let's start with the kick. You kick him, and he kind of like lets out another one of those roars as you give him sort of in the other nostril, the one you didn't stab, you can see like a little trickle of blood as if you've given him a bloody nose.
Mm-hmm.
You then wind back with your left fist as your right one is holding your sword.
Yes.
You bring forward your fist, and as you do, the ring on your finger shines pure gold. You drive your fist into his snout, and you do 24 damage.
Hello?
As you hear in your head a sweet, kind voice.
Life.
Loving you is the easiest thing in the world. I miss you. I will miss you. And I hope this prayer reaches you.
Oh. Chills I just got.
Is that the end of your turn?
Let me see. I'll let the one singular movie tear streak down my cheek. And just like scowl at him. I'm like in fury for taking this future away from me, basically. I'm gonna. No, I'm gonna say that's the end. I'm not going anywhere. I have more parts of a dragon to punch.
All right. Next up is Gris.
Is finally gonna use her action to stand up, so she's no longer prone, I guess. Okay, so that'll be my main action. And then, as my bonus action, I'm gonna use Guardian of Nature on myself and cast Great Tree, which means I get 10 temporary hit points. So I'm gonna add that. And then I also get to make any con saving throws with advantage, Dex, Wisdom rolls with advantage, and any of the ground within 15 feet of me is difficult terrain for my enemies.
Perfect.
So that's the end of my turn. And then for Twig, as Gris kind of slowly stands up and like brushes off her tunic and like kind of like does the like granny hunch for a second, opposite granny hunch for a second, she's gonna look at Twig and she's gonna be like, please, do what needs to be done, Twig. And Twig is going to fly over to Elias. And this time, she's just gonna have him do beak instead of the multi-attack.
Twig dives down to this dragon. He looks a little hesitant. He's never really seen a dragon before, but he'd do anything his mama told him. He lets out a little battle cry as he dives down towards one of Elias's eyes.
Ooh. Okay, roll to attack.
Yes.
That is a 17.
He dives down to slash at one of his eyes with his beak. But Elias turns the eye towards him, and you can see just for a moment Twig's form shift from that of a full-grown dire vulture to a little baby bird, the way he is in real life.
Aww.
He lets out a panicked squawk and flies back up into the air.
Oh, sweet thing.
Gris calls out after him, "It's okay, Twig, it's okay!" And that'll end the turn.
Alright, next is Elias. No, it's Lione. I forgot about you, Lione, sorry.
I was like, I swear I have a turn
You
somewhere.
keep forgetting about Leo.
She's not that important to the
It's-
plot.
Oh yeah, not important. Yeah, you're right.
Not a big deal. It's just my dad. Okay, so I feel like Lione is just kind of like hovering at this point. She's like just like existing in a perpetual state of hovering, just so everyone gets the picture in their head. And she kind of flies over right beside Ari, and is like, "Let's get him." And she's going to cast Green Flame Blade like she always does. Is it going to have an effect? Probably not on a fucking red dragon, but it's for the drama of it.
Drama, yes.
Yeah.
When Leon says, "Let's get him," I'll go, "Thanks for the memo."
I try. Does a 22 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So it's gonna do 14 piercing damage.
You don't have to roll fire damage. She
I
is
didn't think
immune to
so.
fire damage.
Okay. Then Leon's gonna go in for her second attack. What the fuck is that number? I have two different hit DCs. Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
Okay. 10 damage. 10 piercing.
Alright, you dig your sword into his shoulder, right where Ariadne did, and a spurt of golden blood washes over you. You notice that, although this blood stays on Ariadne, spatters their face, their clothes, you and Gris have none on you. No matter how much hits you, there is no golden blood on you. Your father, in his dragon form, lets out a roar, turns his attention to you. He opens his mouth and bites down around you. Alright, a 20 hits, I'm assuming.
It does. My AC is 17.
And then... let's see. So he's going to do... He does 24 piercing and 5 fire damage. I did have that fire damage for you. For a total of 29 damage.
Okay.
He then, once again, sort of twitches his tail towards Gris.
Gris, I'm in desperate need of something.
So was Gris.
Yeah.
No,
Gris,
I'm at 18.
how much total HP do you have?
Like total right now, total?
Yeah.
34.
Oh, thank God. He does do 21 bludgeoning damage. I wanted to make sure that wasn't going to kill you. I'm assuming a 19 hits, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, 21 bludgeoning damage. Finally, he turns his attention back to Ariadne, takes out his long, curved claws, and slashes at you, Ari. 25 hits, so he does 16 slashing damage to you as his nails rake you across your chest.
Okay.
Alright, that is the end of his turn. Next up is Ari.
Okay. I'll like stumble back at that probably. a bit, and in my mind just kind of think, so maybe that's where I got that from. And just sort of shake myself off and like it ready stands and go again with my blessed short sword. Same back at the snout. It seemed to be working, and I'm like, don't fix what ain't broken. That's 15 plus 12, 27 to hit.
That does hit.
So that is, for the first one, is 15 piercing damage.
All right, you dig your sword back into his snout, and he lets out another ungodly roar as more of this golden ichor spatters you.
I'll probably take a moment to notice that I'm the only one getting sort of showered in this golden spray, and just note that.
You're not gonna say anything. You're just gonna save that for later.
Just be like, huh. Noted. And go in and slash again. And like, it doesn't do anything being two-handed, but I'll use both hands just to make myself feel more powerful. It's a confidence booster. That is 8 plus 12, 20 to hit.
Perfect.
So that is 7 plus 9, 16 piercing.
As you raise this weapon over your head with two hands, again, the ring on your left finger glows, but this time you don't feel like it's granting you any power. It just feels warm and comforting. You bring down the sword, digging it into Elias's skull. The roar he lets out is so loud that the rest of the chairs collapse around you. The arch shatters. And you and Gris are left standing in this section of the dream realm, surrounded by the remains of a strange and empty wedding. Lione, you feel the air sucked out of your lungs. The world goes black.
While this happens, can I choke up my jar of dirt?
No.
Damn it.
You find yourself back on the material plane. The sun has set. The remains of your wedding still stand. An archway, empty chairs, a few knocked over, but most still in their place, beautiful flower arrangements. The air is cool, and there is a soft, gentle breeze that tickles your face. You are kneeling on the ground in front of the archway. Your wedding dress has been torn to shreds. It is stained with blood, both red and gold. In your lap lies your father. His head rests on your legs. He stares up at you. His teeth are no longer pointed. His eyes no longer red and gold. And he blinks at you, slowly. Don't.
We have worked together. Why did it have to be like this?
There is only room at the head of the table for one person to sit. He coughs and slowly raises a hand to his mouth. When he removes it, you can see 6 tiny pearls glimmering in the palm of his hand. I loved your mother, you know. But Lione, love doesn't make you a better person. It makes you unbearably selfish. You would burn the world to see that person safe and happy. And so I'm giving you that opportunity too. He raises his other hand, touches your face, and then his hand falls away as you watch the light fade from his eyes.
Lione is crying. And she takes the pearls. And she knows that if she takes these pearls, she'll have consumed 10 gods, right?
Yes.
And if she's consumed 10 gods, she's an overgod,
Yes.
right?
Wait, isn't it 9?
10.
It's
Because we each have 3.
it's
No,
no,
we
you
each
each
have
have 4.
4.
It's
Oh.
10.
Yeah. Lione eats the pearls.
God damn it, Lione.
Lione, you bring pearls to your mouth and swallow them quickly, hurriedly, in the comfort that you know no one is watching you. However, as you finish the last pearl, you see something on the horizon. Your eyes are drawn, with your father's last breath, to the ships gathering in the Elias harbor.
So, Jenny,
Yes, Victoria.
remember a couple episodes ago when you said that Marius was going to have to go to war?
Oh my God,
And
she's
I
committing war
said-
crimes.
I would rather destroy the entire Navy before I let that happen. Because, like, here's what Lione is thinking, right? Like, if she destroys the Navy,
Yeah.
there's no more war. War's over. Navies are gone. No more war. War's over. Bye. Right?
Yeah.
And then she can protect Marius from having to go to war. And she can protect the man she loves.
What a master military mind.
It's brilliant strategy. With my
Haven't you read books before?
with my new overgod abilities, don't know what they are yet. Am I able to destroy the warring navies and end the war?
I'm gonna have you roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll one too.
I'm pretty good at that. It's a 23.
Got a 16.
No.
Okay, Lione. You stand slowly beneath the unmoving constellation of the lovers. You do what Zelaria wished she could do. You take a different kind of leap. A leap of faith yourself. You murmur to yourself words in a language you don't understand. And as you do, your voice grows louder, carrying on the air with this soft, cool breeze. You watch in the distance as each one of the ships in the harbor catches a light, and the breeze carries back to you the panicked voices of screaming sailors. Somewhere off in the distance, you can see a pinprick of light. Must assume is the Aquarian Navy meeting a similar fate. As you watch the fleets burn, your voice behind you.
Oh no.
Yeah. The consequences of your actions.
What did you do?
Lione turns. How does she look in this moment? I feel like
Lione, you are in the tattered remains of a blood-stained wedding dress.
yeah.
Your hair has come loose from the updo it was in. Your veil has ripped, so that only tiny scraps of fabric remain, and still atop your head is that black diadem from the dream world.
It came over?
I assume it's Marius.
Yes. Marius is watching you. In the moonlight, there is no moon, but in the starlight,
Mhm.
you can see his eyes are shining with tears.
I'm stopping this war.
Killing people.
They would
Yeah.
have died anyways, and then more would have
You don't
died.
know that.
What do you think would happen?
I
In a
think
war, more people go and then more people die. If I end it now,
so
then
the
nobody
solution
else dies.
the solution is you doing all the killing. You're more comfortable with that blood on your hands, the blood of people out there with families, with people who are waiting for them to come home. You're more comfortable taking away their chance at a future.
What about all of the people who would go if I didn't stop it now? The
Lione,
hundreds of people in Alias right now waiting to be deployed. You. Marius, what about you?
what about this is a decision I made, Lione.
And I'm making one now.
You're taking away the decision from everyone else.
Countless of other lives could have been lost.
This isn't your wasn't Lione. Can you hear them screaming?
Of course I can. It's not a decision I made lightly.
But it's a decision you made nonetheless.
Yes.
Lione, the first time I got on one of those boats, I was 16. I was a child. There are children out there, and you are choosing to sacrifice them so I don't leave you?
How many?
What the hell kind of
15-year-olds
selfish fucking person chooses someone who wants to go, makes them stay there, and watch the people they're supposed to take care of burn? Lione.
It's not only about you, Marius.
Of course not. It's about you, too. It's about you being in control and being in charge, and I have been, for the last however many months, I have been looking past everything about you, Lione. I have convinced myself that you are beautiful and you are powerful and you are doing what's right, but I don't know you. I don't know if I ever knew you. And I can't let you do this. As he says that, he draws the ceremonial saber from his belt and lifts it, holding it towards you, both hands. Ariadne and Gris, on the dream plane, Gris, you've managed to stand up, and Ariadne has used their medical kit on you. I can give you back 15 HP. As you go to speak to Ariadne, you can feel the air sucked from your lungs. The world goes black. And you reappear on the ground by the wedding arch. You watch as Lione, backlit by 50 to 100 burning ships, stands in front of Marius, who stands with his sword drawn. We'll be back next week for the thrilling conclusion of Leon's Britney Spears marriage. And everything's going to conclude. Everything ends next week. Please tune in. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for being here. Thank you to my players for putting up with my shenanigans.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to be able to play this game with y'all.
I am
Too.
too.